Hello everyone, welcome on Dave's Tech channel. So let's begin the UI part of the chat app development. So as I discussed in the 0th video of this series that we have the two playlists, and in this playlist we are going to discuss about the chat app UI part. And our chat app UI will look like the WhatsApp. Here you can see that in a WhatsApp the first thing you will gonna notice is the tab bar. In a tab bar with the app bar, you will find that you have the title of the app name, which is the WhatsApp, search bar, and the menu button, and the four tab, the camera tab, chats tab, status, and calls tab. So we are going to discuss about this thing in this video. So let's gonna implement it. First, let me explain you the project structure. In our app, in the main.dart file, we have the main method. Inside the main method, we are calling the my app class, which is a stateless widget. Inside the stateless widget, I'm just returning the material app with the hello world text. So let's implement the WhatsApp UI. For that, I'm going to create a new folder which will contain all the screens. Inside the screens folder, I'm going to create a new file, the home screen.dart. Inside the home screen.dart, I'm going to import the material.dart package with help of awesome Flutter snippet. Then I'm going to create a stateful widget. The name will be home screen only. As of now, it's returning a container. Instead of returning a container, I'm going to return a empty scaffold. Now I'm going to hit the save and I will go on a main.dart file. Inside the main.dart file, in a home parameter of the material app, I am returning a scaffold which containing the hello world text. So let me remove it. Now we will gonna use this home screen on a home parameter of the material app, which as of now don't have anything. I'm going to hit the save and you will see the empty scaffold. Inside the material app only, we have another parameter called theme, and theme have the theme data widget. Because if you go on a WhatsApp UI, then you will find that WhatsApp have a color. You can find here. It's a kind of teal color. And we also want to use this same color. So I have color coding already in my notepad. I'm going to paste this code on the theme data, and also I will provide these two color code on the description. So what you have to do only that you just have to copy the code and paste the code inside the theme data. Here we have the primary color and the corresponding color code and SN color with the corresponding color code. After pasting it, we have to work on the home screen. Let's start the work. If you go on a WhatsApp, in a WhatsApp first we have the app bar with the title, search and the menu button. Let's implement it. Inside the scaffold, we already have the app bar parameter which take the app bar widget. So inside the app bar widget, we already have the title parameter. Our app title will be WhatsApp clone to differentiate with the WhatsApp in our app. The second parameter we are going to use the action because we have the two button. The first button is the icon button which have the icon of search, and I'm hit the save and you will see that we have the search button. Due to on place is null, it's the color of the icon is the kind of dark, and if I will provide the empty button, I mean empty method, then the color of the search button will be white. Now we have to use this second icon which will be a icon button which will gonna take the icon of the menu button. The menu icon name is the more underscore word. Also provide an empty method over here and provide a comma to better formatting. And if I will hit the save, then you will find that now we have the search button and the menu button, which means this part is now completed. Now we have work on the tab part. In a tab, we have the four things: camera, chat, status, and call. Let's implement it. For the tab bar, we have a widget. The name of the widget is tab bar only. So here inside the bottom parameter of the app bar only, we will gonna call the tab bar widget. If I will hover on the tab bar, you will find that tab bar need the tab controller. Why we need the tab controller? If you slide right side of the WhatsApp, then you will find that we go on a status page. If again I will swipe on a right side, then you will go on a call page. Same type of thing we have to do on our WhatsApp app only. So we have to control the all the tabs. For that, we need the tab controller. So for that, I have to initialize the tab controller. The name of the tab controller will be a tab controller only. I just defined the tab controller and we have to initialize the tab controller inside the init state. Okay, and inside the init state, how I'm going to initialize the controller? So let me assign the tab controller with the tab controller widget, and here we have the length parameter. So as of now, we have the four tabs: camera one and status one and calls one and chat one. So we have to define the length will be 4 and vsync will be this. Also we have the third parameter. The third parameter is the initial state, where I'm going to assign 0 as of now, and I'm just going to this. And it's giving the error because we need a mixin inside our state class. The mixin name will be single ticker provider state mixin. With help of single ticker provider mixin only, we are going to use the controller. It is very important to use when we use the tab controller. And we use the mixin with help of the with keyword. With keyword and corresponding mixin. Now we initialize the controller. Now we have to assign this controller to the tab bar widget. The first parameter of the tab bar is the controller. Let me assign the controller which we created to this tab bar. The second parameter of the tab bar is the tabs, where we have to define the all the tabs. We have the four tabs, so we will gonna use the tab widget to define the all the tabs. The tab widget have the icon, because if you go on a WhatsApp UI, then you will find that first tab is the camera icon. That's why I'm using the icon parameter. And what will be the icon name? The icon name will be icons dot camera alt. This is the first tab, and the second tab will be tab. The second tab is a text type, and tab have the another parameter called text. So I'm going to use the text, and we have to define the text. The second tab text is the chats. Then we will have to initialize the fourth tab with the text parameter only. The text parameter will be status. Then we will have the last tab which have the text called calls. Now let me hit the save and it will give a error because we had to just refresh the page because init state is already ran and we didn't initialize the controller. Now after refreshing the page, you can see that now we have the four tabs. First one for the camera, second one for the chats, third one for the status, and last one for the calls. It is exactly looking like the WhatsApp UI. I know the font of the text will be differ, but the UI is the exactly as the WhatsApp. Now, the last thing we have to do is inside the body parameter of the scaffold, we have to define the tab bar view. Why? Let me first call the body parameter and call the tab bar view. Then you will get your answer. So here we are using the tab bar view because each of the corresponding tab have the each of the corresponding pages. When a WhatsApp user click on a camera button, then we show the camera thing on their WhatsApp app. When he or she click on a chats tab, then the chat page is opened. When he or she click on a status, then the status page is open. That thing we have to control. And to control it, we have to use the tab var view. That's why I assigned the tab var view on a body parameter because this thing will be fixed. Only this part, the rest of the body part will gonna change. So in a tab bar view, we have to define the four pages. So as of now, I'm just defining the text with the camera, text with the chats, text with the calls, and text with the status to just demonstrate you. And we will gonna work on the rest of the pages, I mean each of the pages in the later point of the video. And I'm just going to cut it because inside the tab var view we have the children property. Inside the children property only we have to use all of the pages. I'm going to paste the all of the text and I'm going to hit the save. In the inside the tab var view we have to also initialize the controller one because with help of the controller only we are going to control all of the tabs. So let me just assign the controller and I'm going to hit the save. Now it is very small. You can see that the camera one is here because we inside the init state we define the initial index as a 0. Let me put the initial index as a 1 because when we open on a WhatsApp we only land into the chat page. So if I will define the initial index equal to 1 and if I will hit the save and if I will refresh the page, then we land into the chats page. And if I will slide, then you can see that I'm going to on a status page. If again I will slide, then I'm going on a calls page. As of now, the underline color is not looking white, and we are going to work on each of the thing on the next video. But in this video, till this tab overview, I am just finishing off. In the next video, we are going to work on the each of the pages and some of the styling part. Thank you all, and please share this video to your friend because it's a new series and I need your full support. Thank you and happy coding and see you on a next video.